Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what's up, family? Hello, what's going on? What's up over here? Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. How y'all beautiful souls doing? How you beautiful people doing? Hoping all is well. I'm not going to take a whole bunch of long time, okay? First and foremost, I want to check in, make sure everybody well. Is everybody doing good? How is everybody doing? How is everybody holding up? How is everybody persevering? I want to ask that first and foremost. For we are in tumultuous times, so it is only necessary that we actually take the time to check in on one another. We're not that busy to not be bothered with what's going on with our brothers and sisters. So if you are standing in the need of prayer, put your prayer requests down below or inbox me, DM me, and I will keep you uplifted. That's for sure. I'm asking that you do the same for me. Now, I'm not asking that you invoke no powers and all of that stuff of nobody. Just keep me uplifted to the Most High. That'll be all right with me, okay? And I'll do the same for you. Everybody good? Cool. And again, if it's not, then I got your back, right? So now that I have said that, I want to say family time is winding down. One thing that we do not control, but we do manage, is our time. Time is running out. There's a clock that we have been given spiritually and physically for us to make our moves and do what we need to do to get in position. Everything has an expiration date. I'm doing good, sis. Thank you. It's good to hear that everything is good. Everything has an expiration date. Milk, food, your life, opportunities, seasons, trials, tribulations. Everything has a time and a season. Time is running out. Time is running out, and it's almost up for us to be in the proper position that we need to be in. I want to say this really quickly. A lot of stuff that we see now floating through mainstream media being happening. There's always a reason behind everything. If you going to school and you felt like, well, I don't even know why I went to school. What was the purpose of that? Like, I went and got my degree or my certificate or my AA or whatever the case may be, my diploma. And I don't understand the purpose of that. I'm here to tell you there's a purpose in everything. I didn't know the reason why I went to medical school until my baby passed away and I had to read medical terminology. That was the purpose of me going to medical school, right? I got into real estate investing. Still am into real estate investing. I didn't know why. But that's the way that the Most High led me in my my endeavors and ordered my steps. I didn't know why it didn't make any sense. Never really knew nothing about real estate. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because by me getting involved in the real estate arena, I was able to see way back in January and February the dangers that was happening, the delays, the cost of lumber, the slowdown of the building and no building and all of this stuff. Hello, Sister Rocky. I love you too, Sister Jazz. I emailed today, but it didn't go through. I don't know why either. You have the right one? I hope so. I'll give it to you again, just in case. But way back then, January, February, because I had my hands in some investments, I was able to get foresight way back then. Now they want to roll it out. Oh, the housing market is going to crash. Oh, the stock market is going to crash. Oh, everything is crashing. The banking system is crashing. The dollar crashed. Stuff that we did is delayed. Food been burning up. They just barely start advertising it, family. They've been burning these refineries, y'all. They've been burning these plants. What does that mean for us? Because even though we're not affected right now, it's like, oh, okay. They burning the facility. Okay. What you go eat at harvest time? That's why there is a time and a season. There is seed, there is time, and then there is harvest. No seeds went in the ground in Russia. No seeds. They didn't plant any wheat, which means they won't harvest any. They are burning down the plants, the chicken plants, the oil refineries, everything that gives us normality have been on fire. You got hurricanes going crazy, and it is hurricane season. But that now has 2 million people without power, knocking out these grids, causing disasters. It's a whole nother topic. I ain't gonna get too deep into that tonight. But global warming is in effect for real. They're warming the globe with stuff that should not be interjected into the globe and causing, which we see happening down in Florida. Period. Time is winding out. You don't need a magnifying glass. Satan, you ain't gonna steal my words tonight. That's what you're not gonna do. You don't need a magnifying glass to see what is happening. All these layoffs, all these rescinding of job opportunities, all this violence, all these refineries burning down to the ground. Now they want to come out on the news and start preparing the people. It's the slow kill for me. It's the slow but surely kill for me. That's why I say everything that we do has a purpose. I didn't understand why the Most High led me to get into real estate investing last year, but I understand now. Why? Because I had insight, foresight, that what they just barely report in mainstream media right now, it was happening in January and February. Yes. And the best is yet to come. These leaders of this nation have instituted wicked policies. I mean, if y'all don't know nothing else, y'all done heard it before. I don't care what you heard. I almost said a cuss word. Excuse me. Lord, be a doorkeeper over my lips, because I was about to say blank what you heard. It's real. If you ain't read stories about certain cities that was destroyed with real proof right now that yes, this was destroyed. Archaeological proof that yes, this once existed, never to exist again. You didn't see him tear down whole nations because of their perversions, because of their witchcrafts, because of their fornications, because of their idolatry. Baby, this country right here is on the top of the spectrum. You got these people going insane about killing innocent babies. No, we're not going to ever eradicate that law. We're going crazy out here in the streets because we can't kill babies. AKA abortion. Straight up. Because we can't have our way. You got these people out here going crazy, defunding the police department. Inflation with gas, so now the police department and the fire department and the paramedics, the emergency officials are out of their gas budgets, meaning that they will not be able to come out to calls. There's still women and men being violently beaten. There's still violence, people breaking in people's homes, robbing folks. There are still murders happening. So now you don't have police that have enough gas to respond to the workload of the violence and the destruction that's taking place in the street. Y'all see where we're going? On top of the natural calamities and the man-made ones as well. On top of the rent prices that's through the roof, food prices, you got inflation is just where you actually take a 3-cent orange and charge people $9 for a 3-cent orange. It's a 3-cent orange, but it's $9. And then you still have the shortage of suppliers. That's still an issue. With all of the folks they letting just come in, just pour into this country. Some may think that that's wrong. No, every country needs borders. Every country needs security. And as I was researching the other day, just because y'all ain't seen me, don't mean that I'm not watching. I'm watching for me. If I come here and show up and I'm watching for y'all and y'all act like y'all ain't getting it, I'm watching for me. Trust and believe that. And I came across an article where they had exposed these Russians and these Chinese moving in on American soil. And I remember a dream I had about 7 years ago, 2015, that the clock was almost midnight and I was getting ready to go to work. But I wanted to make a pit stop and get me something to eat from Denny's, out of all places, from Denny's. But I seen the clock and the hand was almost near 12, and I knew that I needed to be at work at 12. I knew that I needed to be at work at 12, but for whatever reason, I was insistent I got to give me some lunch, and it got to be from Denny's. And I went into the restaurant, and the lady took forever. And I'm looking at the time, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm running out. And I know it's right down the street. Come on, I'm going to have to go to work. And I'm thinking this in my dream. I'm going to have to be hungry, and I ain't going to have nothing to eat. But that time is almost 12. And I need to be at work by 12. I ended up having to leave the food because I was about to be late. When I got to the hotel that I worked at, and I never worked at a hotel, but when I got to a hotel in this dream that I worked at, all of the rooms were sold out. There had been some type of natural disaster or something where all of the rooms were sold out. So I'm coming in like, wow, this is going to be a busy night. And I remember people coming down to the front of the lobby asking for a rental car to flee the area. But I didn't know why. I'm just coming on the shift. Barely made it. So the person is telling me all this going on is busy. You got people asking for rental cars. There ain't no rental cars really out in the parking lot. But I goes out to check and see, because it was this one particular couple that was sitting at the desk wailing, I need a car. I need a car. And I remember my brother being in my dream. Some of my family members being in my dream. So I goes out to the parking lot to see if there's a vacant vehicle for this couple that's in here crying desperately to get away from whatever it was. I didn't understand. As I'm in the car, checking the cars, in the parking lot, checking the cars, I walk back to my car for whatever reason. And I said, let me just open up my car door and grab something out of my car before I go walk over to go, examine the car lot. And as I give me 1 second, y'all. What? Come here. So what? Really? Go see.
No, see.
Okay, well, you need to see. All right, y'all. My bad. My husband's so silly. Nevertheless, while I'm in the vehicle getting something out of my vehicle, out of my peripheral view, I see movement. I see movement, and I see rapid movement. And so I just kind of glanced over without turning my head too much, glanced over to look, and I saw men covered in garb, like Muslim garb, you know, where they have those things that cover their face and it's all black. And they was running into this warehouse. And they was in sync with each other as they were running in. Others was running out. And they had one of them big old, I mean, this had to be a nuclear weapon. It was long and it was big. It was round. And it took the strength of many men to push it. But they were strategic with it. They was using paramedic gurneys to load these missiles on this paramedic gurney and then roll them. And so I was taken aback because I'm looking at what they're doing. And you know what was crazy to me? They went into the building with regular clothes on like you and I. But when they came out, they had garbs on. They was hiding themselves. They went in with regular business clothes on. Button-up shirt, you know, jeans like the casual business. But when they came out, they had garbs on. So I'm looking at all of this. I'm suspended because I'm like, what are they doing? And why are they running up in them businesses? It was a warehouse playing like they businessmen, but they really moving bombs and stuff. And one of them noticed that I was looking at him. So I hopped in the car and I was like leaning down in the car, and he started walking through the parking lot looking to see what car I got into. When he couldn't find me, he went back. It's like, whatever, whoever she is, I got to get back over here. Ran into the building, and I try to tell everybody, you got to get out of here. You got to get out of here right now. You got to go right now. Time was almost up because now it was 2 minutes before 12. And you had masses of people running down the stairs in this hotel trying to get out, and there was no rental cars. And that was the end of my dream. Now, the reason why I share that dream is because doing my research a couple of days ago, all of these migrants that they letting come up in here, they're not all from Venezuela and Cuba and Africa. They are Russian. And they are Chinese. And they are on our soil. And you got this president who keep making these threats to these people, and they know cognitively he is not there. And he's just a joke. How you gonna make threats to other countries and you failed miserably in Afghanistan? You left our weaponry over there. Listen to me, people. He left our weaponry over there, our aircrafts over there. He left everything that they got planes that look like ours. They got clothing that look like ours. They can infiltrate and act like they are one of us. With the business suits on. But they had on guards. They were counterfeits. And time is almost up. Stuff that we see on mainstream media is usually already too late. We're getting the after stuff. All this nuclear talk. They told Nancy Pelosi, don't come over here. She did anyway. That was disrespect to that nation. Don't think there ain't going to be no retaliation from that. But they do retaliation strategically. The doors is almost closing for us to be in position where we need to be. On top of all the other millions of things that are happening. The way that you posture yourself in this season, in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit. Poland thanked USA for pipeline job, and I think a third pipeline just got hit 1 hour ago. Thank you. They are bankrupting this country faster than you can blink an eye. Do you understand me? Because now they're asking for more money over there in Ukraine. They done got more money than Americans. And the crazy part about it is those are Nazis. Why are we funding those who really ain't? Go do some research on them, who their hero is. The man that they appointed their hero in their country, what his beliefs is. That Nazi Germany, Hitler type of bull crap. If y'all can't see that the stage is set for the beast, ding dong, the queen is dead. All of these things happen by happenstance or circumstance? No. They're happening simultaneously, strategically, on purpose. Those devils move in numbers, and they do all of that, numerology and all of that. That's how they operate. And things is going according to their plan. But see, I'm not really giving a ding dong about what they doing. I'm giving a ding dong about what we doing. That's my issue. What we gonna do? Because we talk too much. We ain't our ancestors, and we ain't gonna have y'all do this. Well, hell, they doing it already. What are we doing? Besides looking spiritually stupid. We full of wisdom, but we ain't full of preservation. We ain't full of preparation. We over here talking, and they know that. They know that. So what are we doing? Remember the ant. Consider it the ant, O slugger, and learn from its ways. For an ant does not have a person to tell it to go collect some food, because the winter is coming. The ant go and they work, they communicate, they congregate, they work in unison. There ain't no arguing, there ain't no division. Danger is at our door. The doors are closing. Time is almost up, said the Most High God. And he has given us space and opportunity to not only repent, to not only right our wrongs, but to get in position. His will is that no man shall perish. But you can perish on purpose if you choose to. He has given us strategies. He has given us ways out of no ways. He has created water in the desert. He has created streams in the barren places. There's so many ways, more than any other time in history, so many ways for you not to suffer. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? You forget just paying attention, because it's one thing to watch and it's another thing to work. Y'all wonder why y'all don't see me like y'all see me? I'm building. Bump all that. I'm not here to entertain. Let the social media be for the clowns. Y'all socialize on this mug and talk about what's coming and who did what and shot John and I ain't got a window to. Y'all do all of that. I'm not into that. I'm not. When I said what I said, I meant what I said. And actions speak louder than words, in my opinion. Action takers are world changers. I'm not finna sit around here, y'all, and let these people do nothing to me. I'm not finna let them repeat history. I'm not finna be an experiment for these folks no more. See, when I say the buck stops here, the curse stops here, the shenanigans stop here, the racism stop here, the oppression stop here, I absolutely mean that. And I am willing to lay down my life on that and that alone. I'm not out here being a monkey, like they say. Out here in the street making a whole bunch of sound. I'm not a clanging cymbal neither. I'm not out here making noise and ain't doing nothing. When I say that enough is enough, I'm going to put systems in place and walls and barriers. I'm going to fortify not only my house, but all of those that have been entrusted into my care so that they cannot break in and penetrate. Spiritual walls and physical walls. Okay? If y'all not paying attention, pay extra attention. Time is almost up. Whether we believe that or not, if you scared, get unscared. If fear got you stuck, get unafraid. Do it afraid, hell. Just do something. Work while it is day, for when night cometh, no man can work. Go understand that parable. It's real. Work while it is day, for when night cometh, no man can work. That's not talking about the moonlight. That's not talking about at nighttime. That's talking about at a time where evil and darkness will be so thick and so rampant, you ain't going to be able to move. Ask them good old Egyptians when they have 3 days of darkness, so much so that they couldn't even see their hand in front of their face. It was so dark and they was terrified to move. Work while it is day. For when night cometh, no man can work. That lets you know that ain't nighttime. So many things say we must be found working. Blessed is he who was found working. Not sleeping, not distracted, not idle, not on the couch, not in a stupor, not lullaby to death, not sitting up waiting for, a genie to pop through the sky. None of that. Okay? Time is almost running out. And when the Most High say it's time to stop speaking, Tawana, then I'm going to stop speaking. Most of you guys that have been following me over a year, y'all knew when I started saying y'all ain't going to see me that much. Y'all knew when I said, the Father said stop warning. I sat here for 2 years straight, warning every day, consistently. As he gave utterance. When he said, shut your mouth, I let y'all know. Time is up. Those that really speak on his behalf ain't been saying much or nothing. It's been silent. Yes, these false people out here running around saying this and it's your time, slap your neighbor, high five, all of that stuff. Yeah, we'll see. Because those that had an ear to hear heard, it's time to build. It's time to get what you need and get out of the way. Because I am bringing judgment upon this land. You better believe that. That's not something we can pray kumbaya ourselves back to. No, for the judgment of America has piled up to the heavens. And its cup is overflowing. All of this wickedness, all of this evil, all of this perversion has been allowed to happen. Why? So that judgment can be executed. I don't care how big and bad you is. It's a dangerous thing for you to stand in the presence of an angry Elohim. Period. That's all I know. You can play with it if you want to. You can think all that dust and stuff will save you. Well, hey, look, I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. I'm just a messenger. I'm sent. I didn't come by myself. I was sent. And if you under the sound of my voice, I was sent. Period. Time is running out. What do you have in place? Am I telling you that we're going to be able to save our lives? No. Am I telling you that this is the end of the world? Nope, it's just the beginning, baby. Y'all ain't seen that yet. The best is yet to come. It is written that this is just the beginning. And those who endure, when you go look at endure, look up the definition of endure, that is hardships, suffering, that is pain. So no, it ain't getting no better. It ain't about to get better. But you can position yourself and put yourself in a position where none of this will faze you. Just like it didn't faze our ancestors, the Hebrews, way on back over there in Egypt. When the father told them to get to Goshen and I will protect you there and I will feed you there. There was a process that they had to take to get there. He said, take you and all that belongs to you and all that you own, and all that you possess and get to Goshen because I'm about to tear this place up. That's what he said. And there I will feed you. And there I will cultivate you. And there I will rapidly multiply you. And it said, and when it was lightning and hailing in Egypt, it was not in Goshen. That's just like that hurricane that's happening down there, and people that's in houses built strong enough to withstand the hurricane. They can look out the window and see the destruction, but they are not touched by it. That's what Goshen is. And that is what the Father has called us to be doing in this hour. He wills that none of us perish. We perish on purpose. We perish for a lack of knowledge purposely. We perish. It said, and they had 3 days of darkness in Egypt, but the children of the Most High had light and they were living in Goshen. I dare you to go find it. While the plagues was happening, because the plagues were happening. They weren't happening to them. They had instructions. Wherever I see me, wherever I see those that have obeyed my instructions, I will pass over them. And wherever I do not, they will surely die. For those that have ears to hear, they will hear. And for those that don't, then you won't. But I'm here to tell y'all tonight that my time is up. As one that he has sent as a forerunner, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you obey the Most High. I'm here to help you put your family in a position where the Most High can preserve you. I'm here to help you get exactly what it is that the Most High God wants for you to have, not only you and your family. And I don't care where you at with him, what you don't believe in here. He wills that no man perishes. Trust and believe when I say he sent me. I couldn't have came on my own because I don't like people like that. I wouldn't be enduring so much warfare from my own people if he didn't send me. I would have walked away a whole long time ago. But I would be considered a wicked person, a wicked individual, if I just looked out for me and mine and nobody else. Love is long and wide. Okay? And that is what I'm commanded to do. Love each and every one of you as I love myself. If I ain't gonna perish, I can't let you perish neither. I would be considered wicked. Period. So I have programs that I have put together that will help you get to the place of preservation. Whether you take them or not is not up to me. I'm just here to announce and pronounce. Time is almost up, and the doors are closing, spiritually and physically. We've been given a window of opportunity to get what we need to get from the wicked one, to get our spoils back, to get the wealth of the wicked that's been stored up for us, to get your reparations, whatever you want to call them. This is the time, and the time is almost up. Not to get your reparations and all of this stuff so you can have an American dream. You might as well get that out of your head. Not so you can go have big rims and big houses and all that other stupid big stuff. We, as the nation of Israel, because that is who we are, we're supposed to be building. As a nation, not as an individual, and not as little units over here. Whenever the Most High called for the nation of Israel to build, wherever they was at, he called them from near and far. It's time for you to build. And it wasn't a one-man show. Even though he used one man to lead the charge, it was the whole entire nation building together, right? So look, check this out. I have put together some programs. I have gone before you, brothers and sisters. I have went in and confiscated their information on your behalf, as led and instructed by my Father. There is so much revenue you can be getting before it ain't no good anymore. See, they had a plan to destroy the dollar, but God has a plan to allow us to get it, and he's stayed the time so that we can do it. He's even slowed their wicked agenda so that we can do it and get what we need to get assets that will preserve us. We don't need money. We only need money to get assets. We need land. We need water, precious metals. We need gold. We need silver. We need to build. Okay? That is what we need to be doing. Nothing else other than that. And guess what? We delayed. We're so far behind. It's ridiculous. So I put together some programs. They're in the description. I don't have a whole long time to go over all the programs that I got, but a whole bunch of those programs that I was offering, they're gone. And also, time is almost up to work with me. Time is almost up for you to go in and learn how to spoil the spoils. Get a piece of what's going on while the Father is giving us the time and the opportunity to do it. Time is almost up. My assignment is almost complete. A lot of the stuff that I have made affordable to you will no longer become affordable to you. I won't even show up as much as I have showed up for the last 3 years. I don't have to anymore. You can catch something automated, a webinar, something like that that's automated. And when I show up, it will not be on discount or budget. So I extend the opportunity. This is the fourth quarter, which means that there's a whole bunch of people that's going to be spending a whole bunch of money. There's other people's products that you can actually take right now and sell them as if they were yours, because they are yours. We just don't know what to do, but them cats been doing it for a long time ago. And when I share information like this, it will literally blow your mind. Because it blew mine. Like, this how easy it is. If somebody would have showed me a long time ago, but nobody ever did, I had to pay my way to get the information, okay? I just did the GovMoney Workshop for $197. I'm letting that replay go for $97. That is where you can actually go on the city, state, local. If you was up in Florida or driving anywhere towards that way, they got some work for you right now. if you didn't do nothing but start a transportation company or something and only landed big during hurricane season, this is the time. They're paying $30,000 for a day worth of work. $72,000 for 2 or 3 days worth of work. Okay? Straight up. You could have you anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million in a month during this time. There's products and blankets and food and all kind of stuff that they need right now. I just did that workshop for $97, okay? If you want it, the link is in the description. I got a Black Friday bootcamp where I'm going to show you how to take other people's books, products, supplements. Y'all didn't know Herbalife didn't really create the teas that they selling, but they're $1 million industry. Colgate and Crest. How they didn't actually create the toothpaste, but they making millions off of it, okay? Got a Black Friday bootcamp. It's $97 just for the workshop. If you actually want to get the course to know the hottest products to buy right now that can actually start making you money within 24 hours, then get the $497 deal. That's the workshop, VIP, and the course. I'm going to give it to you. And probably shouldn't have said that. But it is what it is. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? There's some other things in there. The government contracting. I got a few more spots that I could take you. If you don't want to do the government contract, you don't know what to do, let me do it for you. That's $9.99. My husband is actually starting your transportation company for you from start to finish, your authority, everything, vetting your driver that you're going to need, the whole 9 yards. I dare you to go find you somebody that will build out you a transportation company for under $50,000. He's doing it for 7 people for $2,500. There's a whole bunch of different programs that I got listed in the description, y'all. My time is up. Whatever you can take advantage of, take advantage of it. Because when you don't see no more, it's just a missed opportunity. If you cannot find the link, I'm going to go ahead and allow my email to roll across the screen for about 60 seconds. You can email me for the link, but I would prefer you go to the link, sign up, send you your information, and we can start building before the doors close, the doors of opportunity, and before our time run out. With that being said, I love y'all, and I will see y'all whenever the Most High allows me to come back here and sit with y'all, okay? Peace out. And you guys can DM me over here on Instagram if you are ready to get going. All right, y'all, I'm out.